Hello everyone, welcome to Plutus IAS. We are going to have prelim support program. We already have two subjects in this prelim support program for the last 2 weeks. One was Indian polity and Indian geography. In this topic, we will especially discuss the Indian history. So for the next 5 days, we will take 100 questions from different periods of Indian history, and it is a theme wise. Okay, so in the first lecture of the prelim support program, we will discuss ancient India. So I have taken about 20 to 25 questions from ancient India, that is mix of some model answer and some prelims question. The previous year question paper is there. Okay, so this is the one that we know, and then tomorrow I will take up 20 questions from medieval India, then 60 questions we will take from modern India. Okay, so modern India we will divide into 3 parts, because we know that in the out of 100 questions asked in the prelims, the weightage of modern India is very high. Suppose if the 20 questions is asked from the modern India, so at least how many questions are asked? Out of 20, suppose the questions of modern India are about 12 questions. So there are very 1 or 2 questions from ancient India, 3 questions from medieval India. So modern India is having more weightage in the UPSC examination, so we will take that one. So today let us start ancient India. So what is the syllabus of ancient India? So this is a syllabus. Let us list the syllabus. So there are especially 11 chapters. We have divided this chapter according to our convenience. Okay, so that the student can understand it easily. Okay. So what is this chapter? Here is the chapter C. So we have having this chapter of ancient India. So the first chapter of ancient India is having the sources of Indian history. Okay. So sources of Indian history is the first one. The second, we have the pre-history of India. So first it becomes sources of Indian history. Pre-history of India in the second chapter. So what is their sources is very important. अगर first chapter की बात करें, the sources is important because if we want to understand history, how will you distinguish history from other subject? There is literature, there is art, science, and all things. So basically, it is the sources through which we define that something is a historical text, that someone has written something, that is a novel, that is a fiction, that is not a part of history. So it is a sources. So there are many types of sources in ancient India. We have archaeological sources, then we have literary sources. In case of archaeological sources, we have suppose inscriptions, we have monuments, we have bones, then we have coins, we have potteries. These things are there available from the different period of time, which tells about political history, society of that time. Okay, so ये sources हो गया हमारा. Then apart from sources, what we have? So apart from sources, the thing that we are going to have is the literary sources. In the literary sources, we have the Hindu sources, the Brahminical sources, Jain sources, Buddhist sources. Then we have foreign literature, Indica and all. So many sources are there. So in the prelims examination, the questions have been asked from the sources. Some questions are related to, suppose that the question will be on that what is the Junagadh inscription famous for? Okay, so Junagadh inscription is especially made by Rudradaman by the ruler of the Sakya dynasty. Okay, so Satrap se the. So especially this inscription talks about that he had repaired the Sudarshan Lake, which was constructed by Chandragupta Maurya. So इस तरह से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं एग्जाम में. See, some questions will be related to that who has written Indica. Okay, what is the main concept of Arthashastra written by Kautilya. So these are the questions are asked in the prelims examination from the chapter 1. Okay, the chapter 2 is the pre-history of India. Pre-history of India is basically the history that is those do not have historical sources. So in the pre-history of India, we take up different topics. कौन-कौन से topic हम लेते हैं? So topics we have in the prehistory of India is related to Stone Age. Okay, then we have Chalcolithic period, then we have Iron Age. Okay, so in the prehistory of India, in the Stone Age, there are three types of Stone Age. The type 1 is type 1 of a Stone Age starts from the 5 lakh BC, it comes up to 50,000 BC, then 50,000 BC to 10,000 BC, and then from 10,000 BC we start the Mesolithic period, and then finally 6000 BC से we have Neolithic period, followed by Chalcolithic and then Iron Age in 1000 BC. So this is a prehistory of India, and this is just follows. In the prehistory of India, the people were only dependent on a stone. किस पे dependent है? Stone पे. So when the people were dependent on a stone, so from a stone they shifted somewhere. So stone से क्या आएगा इनका? So from a stone they shifted to copper, and copper plus stone will be known as chalcolithic. क्या इसे बोलते हैं हम? The copper plus stone is known as a chalcolithic period. And when the people will have, apart from copper and stone, if the people will have now tin, so once the people will add tin plus copper, this will become bronze, and this period will be known as the Indus Valley civilization. So Bronze Age civilization is the Indus Valley civilization. From this point of view, we come to know about it. Okay, so we have the Indus Valley civilization like this one. Then apart from that, the Indus Valley civilization time period is from, it will start roughly, it is from 3300 to 1750 BC, in which the major time period, the mature phase is 2600 BC to 1900 BC. This is a mature phase, and first is this phase. Okay, so this is what we know, that this is the main concept of Indus Valley civilization. So how many questions have been asked from the Indus Valley civilization? Repeatedly so many questions have been asked. Some questions are related to, suppose that what is the sites, kitne sites, there are about 25 sites. Then some questions are asked related to where, at which site, following which of the things have been found. So suppose some example is that whether they had god or not, whether they had a store worship or not, okay, whether they were orthodox or secular leader, what was their political system. Suppose that the horses are found, the horse bone has found from which sides. The Sutratada is a region, Sutratada. Great granary is found from which side, great bath is at which side, है ना. The questions have been asked from the sides. साइड से क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं यहाँ पे. सो दिस इज द थिंग्स वी नो. सो दिस इज इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन. This is followed. There is a huge debate about the nature of Indus Valley civilization, that how it was founded, what is the political nature, and the debate is mostly about that what is the decline, how Indus Valley people decline. So there are many theories in the decline of Indus Valley civilization. One theory is Aryan invasion. The Aryans came from Central Asia and they had destroyed the Mohenjo-daro city. Okay, ये हमारा main themes हम देखने को मिलता है. Then after that we have a flood. Then we see that there is a climate change. There is a overpopulation. So there are so many deforestations and all. So many things have been caused. But if we see the Aryan debate, there is a debate on that. Especially there is a Mortimer Wheeler. He said that there is a reference of word called Hariyupiya in Rig Veda. So according to that word Hariyupiya in the Rig Veda, we generally say that, especially Mortimer Wheeler had described this word Hariyupiya as a Harappa, and he said Indra is defined as a Purandhar in the Rig Veda. So Indra had destroyed Harappa. ये एक main conceptions है, but there is a critic of this theory. So let's say that Aryans came, and then from the coming of Aryan, this starts a new period in India that is known as a Vedic period. Okay, the new period in India that is known as a Vedic period. So this is our chapter 4. So chapter 4 is Vedic period. Its time period is from generally 1500 to 1000 AD. 1500 to 1000 AD. इसको भी हम दो पार्ट में बांधते हैं. One is a Rig Vedic period and other is a later Vedic period. One is a Rig Vedic period and other is a later Vedic period. So in this Rig Vedic and the later Vedic period, what is the most important point? The most important changes are there. There is a socio-economic political aspect of the both period are drastically changing. Suppose in the political feature in the early Vedic period, in the Rig Vedic period basically, the political nature was not so much complex. The Raja was just a head man of village. It was so simple. There was no concept of big estate. There was no taxes. There was a word called Bali. So Bali was a voluntarily contribute to the king. Okay. But in case of later Vedic period, the society become complex, political become complex. Last word came into existence. In the early Vedic period, the society was not complex. It was a egalitarian society. The women was given special privilege. Then we have the Varna system was no existence on the occupation method. Varna system was not based on the birth system. It was only based on the occupation. But in the later Vedic period, it all got changes in many phases. Okay, so this is what we come to know till now. All right. So if we go further, then what do we understand about this topic is that religion. So in the early Vedic period, Indra was the most dominant god. Whereas in the later Vedic period, the Indra was changed, replaced with the Brahma Vishnu Mahesh came and it was replaced. Okay, so this is what we come to know about this period. Okay, so now let us talk about the different topics. So in the 600 BC, when the later Vedic period will come to end, there was something happening in that time. Two things happened in the 600 BC. One thing was the foundation of the coming of the 16 Mahajanpad. Okay, there were 16 Mahajanpad during this period. So coming of the 16 Mahajanpad will be the important point in this arena. Okay, so 16 Mahajanpad come. So there were so many states in this time. तो पहले क्या था? जन था. In the early Vedic period, there was a word called Jan. क्या होते थे? Jan. Then in the later Vedic period, this Jan will become Mahajan. This word become Janpad. Okay, so Jan become Janpad, and this Janpad become Mahajanpad. Mahajanpad in the after later Vedic period. So there were 16 Mahajanpad at this time. One such Mahajanpad was the Magad was the most powerful. Then we have Avanti, we have Kosala, Asmata, Tachila. Okay, then we have Vajji. So many Matsya, hai na, Malle, then Panchal, Kuru. These are the names of Mahajanpad at that time. So out of these 16 Mahajanpad, one become very powerful in 500 BC. The one that became powerful was Magad. So Magad ruler was Bimbisara, Ajatsatru, Udain, then we have Susunag, and then finally we have Dhananand and Padmanand, Mahapadmanand and Dhananand. These are the rulers of Magad who extended the Magad Empire. And by hook and crook, they had defeated all 16 Mahajanpad and they had captured the whole North India. So if you remember, so there were 16 Mahajanpad in this time, and by the time of 300 around BC, all of this area was captured by one such persons, not the Kaling ने capture हुआ था, and then later on the Ashoka came, Ashoka आया and इन्होंने फिर capture कर लिया. So this is the history of the medieval in the ancient time. So the 16 Mahajanpad was there and the Magad become very powerful. We will discuss later on that how Magad become powerful. One of the major reason behind the powerful of Magad was a fertile land of Bihar. So Magad is situated in the Bihar region, and Bihar has a very much fertile land. So they had a good resources. People would reach it Bihar. Apart from the fertile land, there was elephants. The elephant is very important in the battles. So elephants were there in the large number in Bihar, Jharkhand region, and then there is a mineral resources. So iron was the most important. So iron was the most important resources at this place. So we can say that we have a very good conceptions here, that there are fertile land, there is iron, and then finally there is a elephants. So these all contributed a lot in the rise of Magad state in this time. Okay, so by 300, we are especially in the time of 321 BC, the last Magad ruler, Dhananand, was very corrupt and he had a tussle with Chanakya. When Chanakya came from the Tachila asking for the help of the northwest frontier, he refused and he insulted Chanakya in the court. So he decided that he will replace him someday, and finally he got a man called Chandragupta Maurya, and Chandragupta Maurya fought a battle against Dhananand, and finally he won over. So he जीत गए battle, and finally there is a next chapter coming into existence, that is a modern empire. Okay, so we have we have the 3, 4, 5, then 7th chapter for us is a modern empire. So before modern empire, we do a 6th chapter, that is a Buddhism and Jainism. So in this time, what happened? The people were very much unhappy. Because of the orthodoxy of Brahmanical traditions. Okay, so because of the orthodoxy of Brahmanical tradition, the people were very much unhappy, And then there was also one such thing that there is a rise of trade. So due to the trade, what happened, the society having the new class, that is a Vaisya. So Vaisya become economically powerful Vaisya ban jate hain. So after they become economically powerful, what happened here is that they were searching for a new religious identity, because in the Brahminical tradition they were at a third state, but they are rich now. So they were searching for a new alliance, new religious alliance, and that they found in the form of Buddhism and Jainism. It is said that there were 64 sects at this time, out of which 3 become very powerful. One is a Buddhism, Jainism and Ajivika. Okay, so in these things we come to know about these things, and then finally the Buddhism, Jainism flourished in India, and Ashoka was one of the first person who had taken up this. So the first 3 ruler of the Mauryan Empire, Chandragupta Maurya is the first one. So he was a follower of Jainism, and he went to South India. He retired himself. He gave up his kingdom. He surrendered his kingdom to the son, and then he went to South India with the Jain monks, and then he had adopted Salikhana. क्या adopt किया? Salikhana. He retired himself, and then he had died by starving. Starving करते हुए die हुआ है ना. So Salikhana is a situation when the people starves, मतलब people gave up eating before death, है ना, till death. Okay, we can say. So second ruler is a Bindusar. Bindusar was a follower of Ajivka people especially believe in the atheist. इनका मानना होता है not everything is constant, nothing can be changed, कुछ change नहीं कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. So they are the atheist people. Okay, and apart from is that the Ashoka had fought a battle that we know, the Kalingla से वार हुआ, and then he was very violent. He had killed 99 brothers according to Buddha Charita and other writings. But the point is that Ashoka became very much peaceful. Ashoka became very much peaceful when he fought Kalinga battle and saw that the lakhs of people have been killed in the battle. So he gave up, and then he started flourishing his own concept of religious identity, that is Dhamma. Dhamma is generally not a religion; it was a socio ideology, and it is a type of socio-political ideology where he wanted to use Dhamma for the political development in the state, and apart from that he was maintained social harmony in the society. So this is Dhamma. So finally there are 10 kings in the Mauryan Empire. Okay, so last king in the Mauryan Empire was Brihadartha, and he was killed by one of his commander-in-chief minister, that was Pushyamitra Sung, and he founded Sung dynasty in India. So Mauryan Empire will decline by this time, and it will come into the post-Mauryan period. Okay, so Mauryan Empire की time period है 321 BC to 185 BC. Okay, the post-Mauryan time period is 185 BC to 319 AD. It is a time when the Gupta Empire was established. Okay, so what happened in the post-Mauryan period? In the post-Mauryan period, the most important thing that is going to happen here is that there are 3 types of state here. 3 तरह के state but 3 types. One state is a indigenous successor of Maurya. Other is a foreigner successor of Maurya, and third is a South India state. So in the post-Mauryan period, for the 500 years, in the indigenous successor they have 3 states which become powerful hereafter. One is a Sung dynasty, other is a Kanva dynasty, and third is the Satavahanas. Okay, Satavahana 3 हो गया. In case of foreign, there are 4 foreigners who came to India. आप डेट देख लीजिए. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो आए थे वो इंडो-ग्रीक थे. So Indo-Greek, then we have Indo-Greek will come first, then Sakya will come, then Parthian will come, and then finally the Kushan will come. This is a time period of the 4 people came from North India, and then finally in the South India we have Pandya, Chera and Chola that we discussed in the Sangram age, है ना. तो Sangram age में 3 states are there, and its time period is between 300 BC to 300 AD. So this is Sangram age. Okay, this is Sangram age, and in this Sangram age, what are we going to do this है ना, ये हम point कर रहे हैं. So Sangram age में क्या है? What is there in the Sangram age? So when the Sangram age was going on in the North India, post-modern period is going on. So very important thing came into development in the post-modern period is the art, school of arts. So there are three prominent school of arts were there in the post-modern period. The one school of the school of art was something that is very interesting. And what is this one history? One school of art. So one school of art in the post-modern period was a Mathura art. Mathura art, which is developed by Kusan. The first one was the Gandhar art. So Gandhar, Mathura, and the last one is a Amravati art. So there are three art in this period, and Amravati was led by Satavahanas, and two of these arts were led by Kusan. Okay, so this is what we know. What is the major difference in these arts? The major differences in these arts are related to nothing but the Gandhar art was mostly influenced from the Central Asia. The Mathura art was mainly influenced from Central Asia plus this one. So Buddha image was mostly influenced from Central Asia. So Gandhar art had Buddhism, whereas the Mathura art had every religion, Brahmanical, Jainism, Jaivika, and all this religion. And especially the Amravati art was mostly indigenous art, है ना, indigenous art. So there are three type of art in the postmodern period. So postmodern period ends by 319 AD, and this comes the 319 AD to 550 as a post-Gupta period. So in the Gupta period, Gupta Empire is founded by Srirgupta, and the most powerful ruler of the Gupta Empire is Samudragupta. Okay, so Samudragupta was a very powerful king. He is the one who is known also as a Kaviraj, and he is famous for his Allahabad pillar inscription. And other important ruler is Chandragupta II. And then this empire started declining by the Huns came here. The Huns को किसने defeat किया था? Askandragupta had defeated Huns. So this is the way we know about this period, है ना, इस period को हम इस तरह से जानते हैं. But the most important point is that in the Gupta period, the one thing that is very debatable, that is whether Gupta period is called as a golden age or not. Of course, in many point of view, from the many point of view of the things happening in the Gupta period, we can say that Gupta period was a golden age. Suppose, for example, there is a development of art and culture. In case of literature, Gupta period, the Sanskrit, if we say any period of Indian history where there was a most important development took place in the literature of Sanskrit, that is a Gupta period. So we have a Kalidas from that period. Okay, we have Harisen. So many writings have been done in the Sanskrit literature. We have a Brahmagupta, we have a Aryabhat. These all persons were writing their mathematical and astronomical books in the Sanskrit literature. So there is a mathematicians, then we have a Jivka, then we have a Charak. Okay, so mathematics development happened, iron pillar was made. Then we have medicines point of view में important है, Brahmabihir, Brahmagupta, Aryabhat was from this period. In case of coins were important, they have made the Hindu temples also. We have Bhitargaon and the Parvati temple. Gupta had not only even made the Hindu temples, even they are famous for the Dilwara temple, which is situated in the Mount Abu in where? So the Mount Abu कहाँ पे है? The Mount Abu situated in Rajasthan. So in the Mount Abu, Dilwara temple belongs to Jain. तो यहाँ से पॉइंट है, तो इन सब सवाल पे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं एग्जाम में, ठीक है. तो ये हम इनको जानते हैं, दिलवारा टेम्पल्स. ओके, सो गुप्ता पीरियड इज फेमस, बट देयर आर सम पॉइंट्स विच आर सेइंग दैट गुप्ता एज वाज नॉट अ गोल्डन एज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन वाज नॉट गुड, है ना. द पर्दा सिस्टम स्टार्टेड, द वर्ण आश्रम सिस्टम फ्लरिश्ड मोर, एंड द गुप्ताज वर स्पेशली द ओबीसी क्लास, जैसे अभी जिसको बोलते हैं, दे आर फ्रॉम द मिडिल क्लास, बेस्टर्स फैमिली से थे. So they were given more lands. They were given land grants to the Brahmins. So tax-free land grant, which was started by the Satavahanas, it became very flourished in the Gupta period. And tax-free land grant became the major cause of the decline of Gupta Empire. Okay, so tax-free land grant हुआ. Apart from it, the women and the class system, there was a decline of trade and urban centers. So urban centers and trade was also declining by this time. Okay, so we can say that partially, in some sense, Gupta age was a golden age, but in some sense, Gupta age should not be properly considered as a golden age of Indian history. Okay, golden age of Indian history. So this is the topic we know. So by 550 Gupta Empire will started declining, है ना. 500 के बाद 550 के बाद Gupta Empire will started declining. So what will happen after Gupta Empire will decline? So this will be followed by the post Gupta period. Okay. So what is happening in the post Gupta period? So there are many states in the post Gupta period, that is a 700 around time. So in the post Gupta period, that is chapter 11. The post Gupta period is the period when we have Vattataka, which is a contemporary of them. Then Chalukyas came in the south. Then Harshvardhan came in the north. So we have Harshvardhan was ruling in the North India. Then in the Bengal, Sasank was ruling. Glora ruler was ruling Glora. Then in the Assam, we have a Kamrupa rulers. Bhaskar Burman was ruling over these regions. In the south, the Chalukya second was the most important point, and then finally in the far south, the Pallavas were there. Okay. So I will tell you one more interesting story about the 7th century time. Okay. What is this interesting story in the 7th century time is that the most important thing will happen here. Let me tell you about that thing. So in 700 time, in the time of 700 AD, especially 600 700 time period में क्या हो रहा था? There were 4 important powerful ruler was there in this period. One is a Harshvardhan. So these all rulers are contemporary to each other. So one powerful ruler in the North India is Harshvardhan. कौन है? Harshvardhan. Let me tell you. And these all rulers had a tussle themselves. So here who is ruling? Harshvardhan is ruling. Harshvardhan is ruling at this side. Then Assam में we have Sasank. Assam में कौन है? Sasank है. Sorry, in the Bengal we have Sasank. We have Sasank in the Bengal. Then Assam में we have Bhaskar Burman. We have Bhaskar Burman. Then we have here in the Chalukya we have Pulkishan second. Pulkishan second, and finally in the Pallavas we have Narsim Burman. Narsim Burman. So these are the 5 important rulers of our time. They were the contemporary to each other in 700 AD. So do you know, Sasan became very much angry from the Harshvardhan. He had cut Bodhi tree. They were the friends. ये दोनों friend थे, Bhaskar Burman and Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan was going to South India, so he was defeated by the Pulkishan. So Pulkishan again had defeated him, and Pulkishan, when he was going to the further South India, he was defeated by the Narsim Burman. So this is the main fight happened between the contemporary of the each period. Okay. So this is the way we completed the chapter. So let us now discuss some of the questions that came up from the ancient India. So I will, in the questions I already discussed in the beginning, that what will be the method of questions. तो हमारा क्वेश्चन का मेथड जो होगा वो होगा कि जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन जो यूपीएससी प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में पहले पूछे गए हैं. तो आई हैव टेकन 22-23 क्वेश्चंस इन दिस टॉपिक, एंड इन दिस टॉपिक वी विल डिस्कस दोज इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस. वी विल डिस्कस दोज इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस विच में बी सुटेबल फॉर एग्जामिनेशन एंड मेड फ्रॉम द PYQ, है ना. तो PYQ से जो बना हुआ होगा. ओके. So let us start one by one discuss. If you any doubt anything, so you can write in comment. और कोई भी सवाल भी हो तो आप कमेंट में लिख सकते हैं. I am watching your comment. I will happy to answer your question. Okay. So let us see one by one कि which are the questions. Okay. So the first important questions here is that consider, you also answer the question. Comment, आप comment में दे सकते हैं अपना क्वेश्चन कि what is your answer of the question. And then we will see कि आपका आंसर सही है कि नहीं. Then I will tell you the answer just after reading the question. Okay. So you guys can write in the comment कि what is your answer. Okay. So the question is, consider the following statements and choose the appropriate one. So technologically, okay, technologically the Chalcolithic stage refers to pre-Harappans, है ना. Technologically the Chalcolithic stage refers to pre-Harappans, है ना. इट इज ट्रू. हमने डिस्कस किया Chalcolithic एज इज एज दैट रिफर्स फ्रॉम द 3500. तो 3500 तो 3500 पीरियड इज अ बिफोर पीरियड ऑफ द हरप्पन्स, है ना. तो वी कैन से इट इज ट्रू. द फर्स्ट जो लाइन है वो ट्रू है, बट इट इज बिग. बट इन वेरियस पार्ट्स ऑफ कंट्री इट अपियर्स आफ्टर द एंड ऑफ द ब्रोंज हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन. ये भी सही लग रहा है यहाँ पे, है ना. तो दिस द बोथ पार्ट ऑफ द वन स्टेटमेंट सीम्स टू बी ट्रू. ओके, ये पहला सही लग रहा है. ओके, लेट अस सी द सेकंड. ऑल द चैल्कोलिथिक कल्चर्स आर नॉट नेसेसरली प्री हरप्पन कल्चर, है ना. ऑल द चैल्कोलिथिक कल्चर्स आर नॉट नेसेसरली प्री हरप्पन कल्चर. ओके, इट इज ट्रू. हाँ, सही क्यों है? बिकॉज चैल्कोलिथिक कल्चर वाज एवरीवेयर इन द इंडिया, इट वाज इन द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द इंडिया, बट व्हाट वी से द प्री हरप्पन कल्चर. हाँ, बट ऑल प्री हरप्पन कल्चर्स वर नेसेसरली नो, ऑल प्री हरप्पन कल्चर्स वर नॉट नेसेसरी चैल्कोलिथिक. ऑल नहीं थे, ठीक है, ऑल नहीं था, बिकॉज इट वाज एवरीवेयर इन द, है ना. सो द सम ऑफ द हरप्पन कल्चर्स वर नॉट चैल्कोलिथिक, दे डायरेक्टली बिकेम the bronze age civilizations. Okay, so what we say, we can say that this statement is false. ये statement क्या है? False है. Then third statement, all the Chalcolithic cultures are necessarily pre-Harappan culture. All Chalcolithic cultures are necessarily pre-Harappan culture. ये half false है, but pre-Harappan cultures are not necessarily Chalcolithic. ये statement हमारा false हो गया. So technically only A will be the answer of this question. What was your answer? So answer of this question is only 1. Okay, student. So only 1 is the answer of this question right now. So this is what we come to know. Okay. So let us discuss the second. तो एक क्वेश्चन ए प्रीलिम्स में आया हुआ है सवाल में, ठीक है. So let us see the different question. The question is, consider the following statements and mark the option which is correct. Okay, consider the following statements and mark the option which is correct. Okay, so let us see. So the first man-made port was found in Harappa. No, it is found in Lothal. It is found in Lothal. So answer will not be Harappa. So it is false. The main crops of the Indus Valley civilization was wheat and barley. Yes, true. The largest Harappan settlement in India is Rakhigari in Haryana. It is true. हाँ, the largest तो वैसे मोहनजोदड़ो है, but इंडिया में राखीगढ़ी है. And the largest number of the settlements are in the Ghaggar-Hakra Valley. Yes, the especially Ghaggar-Hakra Valley में the largest settlements है. So answer of this question will be technically 2, 3 and 4. So 2, 3 and 4 will be the answer of this question, student. Okay. So any doubt in this question? Let us see the other questions here now. Okay. So here what we know. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements regarding the Chalcolithic cultures in India. Some of the Chalcolithic cultures were Chalcolithic cultures were contemporary with the Harappan culture. Yes, and others were post Harappan. It is true. It is true. The Chalcolithic culture is characterized by the painted pottery, usually red and black. Okay, painted pottery usually red and black. So what will the answer? Yes, they had a red and black. So yes होगा. It was urban as compared to the rural Harappan. The rural Harappan is of course rural. ये क्या होता है? Village होता है. But यहाँ पे urban word है. So of course it was urban. So it was urban as compared to the rural Harappan. So this statement will be true. True है. तो इसमें सवाल है, कौन से सवाल, मतलब all of the statements, all of the 3 statements are true at this point. So we will say that इसका आंसर क्या होगा? D. All of the above will be the answer of this question. All right. So let us discuss the next point. Consider the following statements about the religious practices of the later Vedic culture. Okay. So later Vedic culture हमने बात किया था अभी beginning में, और आपने पहले भी पढ़ा होगा. That the huge differences between the god, society, polity and all. So what happened in the later Vedic period? Let us discuss this question. Okay. Vishnu and Rudra, which were smaller deities in the Rig Veda, become extremely important. हमने बात किया ना ब्रह्मा, विष्णु, महेश. So they become more important, and the power and the prominence of Indra got declined by this time. So okay. So this statement will be true. ये true हो जाएगा. People did not believe in the idolatry. People did not believe in the idolatry. ये post ये later Vedic period की बात हो रही है. Okay, so this statement will be false. They had idolatry. The people were believing in idolatry. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी फॉल्स फॉर अस, है ना, स्टेटमेंट क्या हो जाएगा, फॉल्स हो जाएगा. देन पीपल वर्शिप गॉड्स इन द फॉर्म्स ऑफ ट्रीज एंड एनिमल्स, है ना, पीपल वर्शिप गॉड इन द फॉर्म्स ऑफ ट्रीज एंड एनिमल्स, नहीं ये नहीं, ये आइडोलेट्री में बिलीव करते थे, है ना. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी फॉल्स. ओके, देन सम ऑफ द यज्ञ वर इंपॉर्टेंट वर यशमेघ, वाजपेयी एंड राजसी. तो ऑफकोर्स दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. तो इसका आंसर टेक्निकली हो जाएगा 2 and 4. ओके, सो 1 and 4, है ना, 1 and 4 विल बी द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. सो आंसर विल बी सी. सो सी विल बी द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. ऑल राइट. So let us discuss the other question. Okay, so one question is related to Buddha. So in this question, what should be the ideal answer? The question से बोल रहा है, the question is telling that धर्म and rit depict the central idea of ancient Vedic civilization of India. धर्म and rit depict the central idea of the ancient Vedic civilization of India. In this context, consider the following statements. Okay, तो क्या हमारा आंसर होगा, देखिए, धर्म was the conception of obligations and of the discharge of one's duties to oneself and others. It is true, dharma is the same conception. Dharma was the conception of obligations of the discharge of one's duties, and then it is to oneself and others also. Okay, so the answer, the statement 1 will be true. Then statement 2 is rit was a fundamental moral law governing the functioning of the universe and all in it content. Yes, it is also true. It is a fundamental moral governing law. So both the statement of this question will be true. So answer will be both A and 2. Okay. So this will be the answer of this question. So let us discuss the next one. So Buddhism here, it is related to Buddhism. So what we see, with reference to the religious history of India, consider the following statement. The concept of Bodhisattva was central to the Hinian sect. देखो होता क्या है, there were Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, so in the 4th Buddhist Council, which was held in the 1st century AD under the patronage of Kanishka in the Kuldarban in Kashmir, there was a division of Buddhism and Jainism. There was a division in Buddhism and Jainism. In this division, what had happened is the most important point. So इस division में क्या हुआ था? So in this division, there is differences between the two sects, Hinian and Mahayana. So Hinian people started believing, कौन सा division हो गया था? Hinian and Mahayana. Hinian and Mahayana. So Hinian से बुद्धा इज अ टीचर, बुद्धा क्या है? टीचर है. और द महायान से बुद्धा इज अ गॉड. बुद्धा को सिंबल में वर्शिप करते थे. दे वर इन द आइडियल वर्शिप. दे स्टार्टेड डूइंग द आइडियल वर्शिप ऑफ बुद्धा. सो दिस आइडियल वर्शिप ऑफ बुद्धा इज बेसिकली कंसीडर्ड एज अ द बोधिसत्व. तो बुद्धा का जो मूर्ति बनता था उसे क्या बोलते हैं? बोधिसत्व बोलते हैं. So this statement will be false. Why this statement will be false? This statement will be false because concept of Bodhisattva is central to the Mahayana sect of Buddhism, not the Hinian. ठीक है, महायान होता तो ये statement true है. तो this statement is false. Then second, Bodhisattva is a compassionate one on his way to the enlightened. Yes, true. Bodhisattva delays is saving his own salvation to help all sentients being on their path. Yes, Buddhism is the aim and concept. So these two statements will be true. So answer of this question will be 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 will be the answer of this question. Okay, everyone, got the point? So let us discuss now the next questions. Okay. In this question, we have to match, है ना? बिंबिसार, अजातशत्रु, उदयनन, शिशुनाग. These are the 4 rulers of Magad Empire. है ना? Initially 4 rulers of Magad Empire before Ashoka, and these are the main policies. Can we solve the question? So here what can we say? Bimbisar has done a lot of marriage. 3 matrimonial alliance तो उसका था. one was Klosal, other was Vajji, and third was from the Madri from the Punjab region. Okay, so the answer will be the Bimbisar will go to matrimonial alliance. Ajatasatru, he had a very aggressive policy. He had defeated two of his uncle, Vajji or Klosal. Prasenjit को इन्होंने हरा दिया था. So two of the uncle has been defeated and their land was captured by Ajatasatru. So answer will be Ajatasatru हमारे point हो जाएगा इसका. Udayin had transferred the capital of Magad from टू पाटलिपुत्र, है ना. तो इनका जो पहला कैपिटल था वो राजगीर था. सो राजगीर से पाटलिपुत्र इन्होंने अपना कैपिटल ट्रांसफर किया. एंड देन शिशुनाग इज नोन फॉर द ही शिफ्टेड द कैपिटल फ्रॉम पाटलिपुत्र टू वैशाली. सो पाटलिपुत्र से वैशाली कैपिटल किसने शिफ्ट किया? शिशुनाग. सो दिस इज द वे नो. तो द आंसर विल बी 1A, B2, C3, D4. Okay, so A will be the answer of this question. Very simple, है ना. So A is the answer of this question. Okay. Now let us see this question. So question number 8. So what do you know in the question number 8? Consider the following statements and mark the option which justifies the reason behind the Magad success. So Magad had a very high income on account of the fertile plains of Ganga basin. True, yes, they had, that we discussed. The first capital to Magad was Rajbira water fort. No, this was a hilly area. So this statement will be false. All right. The second capital Patliputra was located in a strategic positions on the confluence of Ganga and Sun. Yes. It is situated on the three sides of the Ganga river. Okay, so this statement will be true. Then the unorthodox character of the Magan people, to added in the state's rise to glory. So this statement will also be false. This statement will also be true. So answer will be 1, 2 is false. So 2 is not here. So 1, 3 and 4. So 1, 3 and 4 will be the answer of this question. All right, student. So now let us see the other important. तो और भी जो questions important है वो हम यहाँ पे पढ़ लेते हैं. ठीक है. So who are the important topics that we should read? So the question number 9 is consider the following statements about the religious practices of the people of Mahajan Pads. So people worship gods in the forms of trees and animals. Mahajan Pad में people worship gods in the forms of trees and animals. No, ये वैदिक पीरियड में होते थे. Generally, people believe in the Brahmanical order and Sudraj were exploited. Yes, we have seen. The society was clearly divided into 4 varna. True. There is sufficient evidence of the prevalence of sati system and the sale of dolls by the poor parents. We had true. है ना? So the answer of this question will be 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and not 1, 2 and 4. The answer will be 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4. So B is the answer of this question. B is the answer of this question clearly. Okay. So now let us discuss question number 10. So here the Klosal we have to match. So Buddha was born. So birthplace of Buddha, Klosal, Mal, Valji and Bhattis. Okay. So Lumni कहाँ पे situated है? So Lumni is situated in Kosala. So answer will be Kosal. Mallaj, Kushinagar जहाँ बुद्धा डेथ हुआ था. The Buddha passed away at Kushinagar, a part of this kingdom. So this will be the answer of this question. Mahavir belonged to this confederacy of canals. Yes, Vaji. And Vatasab, King Udayan is from this place here. Vatasab. So the answer will be Vats. है ना? So Vats. So answer of the question will be 1. Same 1A, B2, C3 and D4. So A is the answer of this question. All right, student. So what about this one? In this question, if you see, this is Buddhism. So some Buddhist rock caves are called Chaityas. Okay. So simple है. Some Buddhist rock cut caves are called Chaityas, while others are called Bihars. है ना? So there are the caves होते हैं. What are rock cut caves? Rock cut caves. This is generally there is a huge rock. इसमें से हम क्या करते हैं, छोटा छोटा चीजें कट करके, है ना, we cut it and then we make a house like this one. Okay, so this is a rock cut caves. Okay, so the rock cut caves are carved by the people. It's a man-made. It's not a natural made. It's a man-made. Okay, so what happened in this rock cut caves? The most important, if you take an example of Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves, this is situated in Maharashtra. This cave totally belongs to Buddhism. ठीक है. So in Buddhism there are many things. One rock cut cave एक चैत्या हो सकता है, दूसरा क्या होता है, बिहार भी हो सकता है. So there are two different word in the Buddhism. दो important word है. एक word है चैत्या, दूसरा word है बिहार. So चैत्या जो होते हैं, चैत्या is a place where especially the body and the remains of a guru, body and the remains of Buddha or his followers are kept. तो बुद्धिज्म में कोई भी गुरु है, उनके बॉडी या उनके जो रिमेन्स है, जो चीज़ें हैं, उसको जो रखा जाता है उसे हम चैत्या बोलते हैं. एंड वेयर द पीपल वर्शिप, वहाँ पे लोग वर्शिप भी करते हैं. और बिहार जो होता है, बिहार इज अ प्लेस वेयर द मॉन्स आर रिसाइडिंग, जहाँ पे मॉन्क रहते हैं उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, बिहार बोलते हैं, बिहार. सो डिड यू अंडरस्टूड द पॉइंट? सो लेट अस डिस्कस नाउ दैट व्हाट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. इसमें क्या है और क्वेश्चन कैसे हम सॉल्व करते हैं, देखते हैं आप सॉल्व कर पाते हैं कि नहीं. ठीक है. सो हेयर बिहार इज अ प्लेस ऑफ वर्शिप. गलत. बिहार इज नॉट अ प्लेस ऑफ वर्शिप. बिहार इज अ प्लेस ऑफ रिसाइडिंग. सो फॉल्स. चैत्या इज अ प्लेस ऑफ वर्शिप. ट्रू. while Bihar is a dwelling place for the monk house. Yes, true. Chatya is the stupa at the far end of the cave, while the Bihar is the hall. No, true, false. जो stupa जो होता है, see, if there is a normal building, where the remains of a guru have been kept, that is Chatya. So Chatya एक normal सा घर हो गया, ठीक है. So if this is a house, so this house will be Chatya. Okay. But upon this house, if there is architectural things are done, अगर इसको हम एक architectural things बना देंगे, we will make a stupa. So the architectural things which is made upon the Chatya, this is generally known as a stupa. So this is not true, है ना. Chatya is a stupa at the far end, है ना. तो ये statement जो है तो यहाँ पे false हो जाएगा. So the answer will be of this question B. B is the answer of the question. There is no material difference between two. It is false. Material difference है ना. एक red है, एक है 1 and 2. So this statement is false. So we can technically say that the B is the answer of this question. Alright, student. So let us discuss the other question here. In this question, consider the following statements and mark the option which is correct. So inscriptions of Basoka were written in Pali and Prakrit only. Okay. So inscription of Basoka were written in the Pali and Prakrit only. तो ये statement क्या लग रहा है आपको? False होगा या true होगा? Okay. So यहाँ पे correct पूछ रहा है, which is correct one. So inscription of Basoka were written in the Pali and Prakrit only. False. ये false है. It was not. We have the other language, है ना. तो Pali will not be the answer here, है ना. Then the Nar inscription relates to a provincial governor Pushyamitra Sung of Chandragupta Maurya. No, false. This Pushyamitra Sung was in the time of the last Mauryan ruler Bridar, and he is the minister of Bridar who had killed Bridar, है ना. तो he was the Pushyagupta. कौन था ये? अगर ये पुष्यगुप्त होता तो आंसर बन जाए पुष्यगुप्त. ओके, तो आंसर इज फॉल्स. देन रुमिन द इंस्क्रिप्शन मेंशंस हाउ अशोका विजिट टू लुम्बिनी, है ना. सो लुम्बिनी अशोक गए थे तो देयर इज द इंस्क्रिप्शन कॉल्ड रुमन द इंस्क्रिप्शन. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी ट्रू फॉर अस. ओके, सो दिस इज ट्रू. ऑलराइट. एंड देन निगाली सागर इंस्क्रिप्शन मेंशन ऑफ इनलार्जमेंट ऑफ स्तूपा. ट्रू, ये भी ट्रू है. So technically the answer will be 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is the answer of this question. Alright, student. Discuss further. With reference to the cultural history of India, the term panchayat refers to an assembly of village of elders. No. ये पंचायतम जो है ये पूछ रहा है क्वेश्चन देखिए आप, कल्चरल हिस्ट्री, कल्चरल में तो पंचायत नहीं होगा, रिलीजियस सेक्ट नो, सो दिस वाज स्टाइल ऑफ टेम्पल कंस्ट्रक्शंस, स्टाइल ऑफ टेम्पल कंस्ट्रक्शंस यस, एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फंक्शनरी नो, तो आंसर होगा स्टाइल ऑफ टेम्पल कंस्ट्रक्शंस ऑफ पंचायतम of panchayatan was there. Okay, then 14, point number 14, what is the answer of 14 number point? So answer of this question will be the last modern ruler Bridhat was assassinated by his commander in chief Pushnupsun. Yes, the last Sun king Devbhuti was assassinated by his Brahman minister Vasudev Kanva. True है ना, and last ruler of the Kanva dynasty was deposed by the Andhraj. यहाँ पे आंध्रा मतलब होता है सातवाहना. Okay, Puran mentions that in this region, in this period, Andhraj was ruling. So Andhraj and the Satavahanas were same according to different sources, है ना, दोनों same है. So the answer will be true. So all true है ना, 1, 2 and 3 will be the answer of this question. All right. Let us discuss this one. Consider the following statements and mark the correct option. So Totila laid down a Saptan theory of administration through in his book अर्थशास्त्र. अर्थशास्त्र में सप्तान थ्योरी की बात किया है. असोटा बिलीव इन द ऑटोक्रेटिक रूल एंड नॉट पैटर्नल डिस्पोटिज्म, है ना, असोटा बिलीव इन द ऑटोक्रेटिक रूल एंड नॉट पैटर्नल डिस्पोटिज्म. ठीक है, तो ये सही है. बिंदुसार, सो द नेट विल बी द बिंदुसार, सो दिस विल बी फॉल्स, है ना, ये स्टेटमेंट जो होगा फॉल्स हो जाएगा. Bindusar is also known as a conqueror of the land between two seas. Yes, true. It is true. Indica is survived in a fragmented manner. Yeah, टूटा हुआ है तो, and then tells us about the modern empire, the ways of life and all. So yeah, it is true. So the answer 2 will be statement 2 will be false. So 2 कहाँ नहीं है, B में. 1, 3 and 4. So 1, 3 and 4 is the answer of this question. All right, student. So let us see this question. I discuss you कि foreigners club आए थे, कैसे आए थे. So in these questions generally the questions have been asked कि PIQ है with reference to the invaders in ancient India, which of the following came first. So answer will be Greek, Sak, Kusan seems to be true. कुसान पहले नहीं आए थे, बीच में नहीं आए थे, साक पहले नहीं आए थे, साक. So the simple answer will be Greek, Sak and Kusan, and in between there is a Parthians. Parthians or Pahlava. So answer will be A. A will be the answer of this question. As I discussed it in the beginning also. All right. Then the next point is consider the following statements regarding the Ellora caves. So what is this one? So it is a group of 34 caves. True. 34 caves है, which includes 5 Buddhist caves. False. Because it has 12 Buddhist caves. कितने 12 Buddhist caves है? 12 Buddhist caves and 5 Jain caves है. तो आंसर इज स्टेटमेंट 1 फॉल्स हो गया है. ठीक है. Ellora complex was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993. So this is also false. It was 1983. The statement is also false. So answer will be neither 1 and 2. Neither 1 and 2 will be the answer of this question. All right. Next question is about the Mathura art and Gandhar art. We have discussed right now. So Mathura art had more influences from Central Asia as compared to the Gandhar art. No. क्यों नहीं होगा? Gandhar art has more influence from Central Asia as compared to Mathura art. So this statement will be false for us. ये statement हमारा क्या होगा? False हो जाएगा. ठीक है. अमरावती स्कूल consisted of only Buddhist art. False. यहाँ पे हिंदू आर्ट्स भी थे. मथुरा आर्ट वॉज मेनली मेड बाई वाइट मार्बल. वाइट मार्बल वॉज देयर इन द अमरावती आर्ट. अमरावती विद द वाइट स्पॉटेड रेड स्टोन, इट इज देयर इन द मथुरा आर्ट. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट विल ऑल्सो बी फॉल्स. सो हेयर ऑल 3 स्टेटमेंट्स आर फॉल्स. सो आंसर विल बी नन ऑफ द अबव. सो नन ऑफ द अबव विल बी द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. ऑल राइट. सो लेट अस कंटिन्यू विद अदर क्वेश्चन. Gupta period of Indian history is always considered as the golden state. Consider the following statements. Gupta represent the political unification of India, especially after 5 centuries in Indian history, and was highly centralized. True. Gupta period is the only period of Indian history where Sanskrit literature went on its zenith. True. One ashram dharma was becoming rigid and women were losing their status. True. Gupta period witnessed the decline of the trade and commerce. ये भी सही है ना. So answer will be all. All of the above will be the answer. इस क्वेश्चन पर होता है. ठीक है. इस क्वेश्चन में कंफ्यूज किया गया है कि गुप्ता पीरियड ऑफ द इंडियन हिस्ट्री इज ऑलवेज कंसीडर्ड गोल्डन एज. सिंपल क्वेश्चन होता है कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट, सो ऑल स्टेटमेंट विल बी ट्रू. सो दिस क्वेश्चन इज जस्ट मेड टू कंफ्यूज द एस्पायरेंट. ओके, सो दैट विल नॉट बी द वन. सो लेट अस डिस्कस द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. So in this question, consider the following statements regarding the Gupta Empire. The Vatatata kingdom was not captured by Samudragupta because Guptas had matrimonial alliance with them. False. समुद्रगुप्त अलायंस नहीं था, अलायंस था चंद्रगुप्त सेकेंड का. चंद्रगुप्त सेकेंड had alliance. His daughter Parvati Gupta was married to Rudrasen, है ना. So answer will be false. They were getting tributes from Southeast Asia countries, Ceylon, Maldives. So Maldives was not the one. Maldives नहीं थे, तो ये स्टेटमेंट भी फॉल्स होगा. They were the followers of Vaishnavism and Shaivism. ये सही है. Buddhism started declining during the time of Gupta. For false. Buddhist कई सारे sites बने, many statues are made in the Buddhism, and the most important thing that developed in the Buddhism in the Gupta period was the foundation of Nalanda University. So Nalanda Mahavihar is the most important contribution of Gupta, है ना. कुमार गुप्त ने बनवाया था. So this statement is false. Okay, ये false हो गया. So the technically the answer of this question will be A is false, 2 is false. So what will be the answer? Only 1, है ना. So only 3, है ना. Only 3 will be the answer of this question. Only 3 will be the answer of this question. The next question, consider the following statements. Okay, Sasank, the ruler of Kamrupa, got angry at Harshvardhan and destroyed Bodhi. True. False. स्टोरी सही है, ससान ने डिस्ट्रॉय किया था, बट ससान वाज नॉट अ रूलर ऑफ कामरूप. ससान हैड डिस्ट्रॉयड, ओके, बट ही वाज नॉट रूलर कामरूपा, ही वाज अ रूलर ऑफ बंगाल. किसका रूलर था? गौरा का. तो इट इज फॉल्स. भास्कर बर्मन वाज अ गुड फ्रेंड ऑफ हर्षवर्धन एंड बोथ वर द फॉलोअर ऑफ बुद्धिज्म. ट्रू, बट भास्कर बर्मन वाज नॉट अ रूलर ऑफ गौरा, ही वाज अ रूलर ऑफ कामरूपा. सो दोनों स्टेटमेंट फॉल्स हो गया. ठीक है. हर्षवर्धन, अ ग्रेट रूलर ऑफ पुष्यगुप्ती डायनेस्टी, हैड डिफीटेड Pulikishan II of Chalukya. False, because he has not defeated. He had not defeated. He had been defeated. So statement false हो जाएगा. Pulikishan II, a ruler of Chalukya or Badami, had defeated Narasimhavarman II. False, है ना. False क्यों होगा? Because it is a Narasimhavarman who had defeated him. So answer will be none of the above. So none of the above will be the answer of this question. Consider the following statements. Tachila University was founded in the 5th century AD. True. Sorry. Tachila University is founded in the 5th century AD. False. It is 5th century BC. Tachila University was not a university town with lecture halls and residential quarters, है ना. Tachila University was not a university town with lecture halls and residential quarters. ये स्टेटमेंट जो है हमारा ट्रू हो जाएगा. नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स हैड मोर ऑटोनॉमी मोर देन तक्षशिला यूनिवर्सिटी. फॉल्स, बिकॉज दे हैड डिफाइंड सिलेबस. सो डिफाइंड सिलेबस में ऑटोनॉमी होती नहीं है, ऑटोनॉमी इनके पास था, दे हैड नो सिलेबस. ओके, फॉल्स. तक्षशिला यूनिवर्सिटी हैड अ प्रॉपर सिलेबस एंड नो एग्जामिनेशन पैटर्न. फॉल्स, नोट सिलेबस. इनमें से कौन से स्टेटमेंट सही है, कौन से स्टेटमेंट फॉल्स है ना. तो इस क्वेश्चन में अगर हम जाएंगे तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फिर से देखिए, फॉल्स है. So only 3 is also false. So Tachila University was not a university town, it was a university, है ना. तो इसका आंसर जो हमारा यही पॉइंट्स हो जाएगा. ठीक है. सो दिस विल बी फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट. ओके, लेट अस डिस्कस दिस लास्ट क्वेश्चन. मैच करना है हमें. सो टाइम टेकन बाय अर्थ टू द ऑर्बिट. जो जीरो जो है आर्यभट्ट ने बनाया था. ठीक है, जीरो के विषय आर्यभट्ट ने किया, बट ये जो डिजिट जीरो है, जीरो एज अ डिजिट फॉर्म, ये जो जीरो है, दिस जीरो हैज बीन रिटन बाय भास्कराचार्य फर्स्ट. ये होगा आंसर. ठीक है. गेम ऑप्शन है कि ज्ञानदेव. Then calculation of pi is done by बुद्धियान. आर्यभट्ट ने क्या किया था? दिस वन है ना. तो A will go to A1, then B3, C2. Yes, so C will be the answer of this question. Okay, student. So in tomorrow prelim support program, we will bring 20-25 questions on the topic of medieval India. Okay, so हम कल some question will be from PYQ and some question will be I will be making. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss from medieval India some questions. So we will discuss syllabus firstly and then we will do the questions. Okay, and then we will do 63 prelim support lecture on modern India day after tomorrow and after. Okay, so for the next 4 days now we will have the prelim support program. Okay, and then the Plutus IAS will bring a prelim support program for the different topic also, and there are also videos available in the last related to the Indian geography and Indian polity, for which the prelim support program had been continued. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll meet you tomorrow again. Okay, student, thank you.